Yeah. So in my opinion, future bass is probably one of the hardest genres to produce because of its layered supersaws and its like crazy complex textures and really bouncy drum patterns. And that's exactly why I've decided to make this video. I want to show you guys 5 powerful techniques that will help transform your music and make it sound more professional. I really want to know if you guys have any other cool future bass techniques and tips and tricks. So if you do, leave them in the comments below because I want to start adding some new stuff into my own music. So with that said, if you like what you see here, hit that subscribe button, hit that like button, and let's get straight into it. So I think one of the best ways to improve your future bass songs is by adding extra synth layers. So this is the main synth I have here. Now, if we add some contrasting layers, something that sounds warmer and in a different frequency range, we can really help emphasize this supersaw. And now another one even higher than that. We can even add some white noise to the top of that to help it stand out even more. And we can also add something lower than that. But the real secret to making your supersaws hit hard is a sub bass. The secret to getting your layers to fit perfectly is by using EQ. As you can see, the highest white noise layer up here has only got those highs left in it. The second layer down has got a little bit more left in it. The next layer down has got a little bit more left in it, and so on all the way down the chain. So this tip is actually one of my favorites because it is so easy to do and you can do it on any genre. It takes zero creativity but will help make your song so much better. And that is to add Foley. So Foley is just a simple background noise like rain, like this. Or a sweep like this. Or you can add things like birds or a train or cars, anything like that. So let's listen to this before and after Foley. Now, just like the synth layers that we talked about earlier, you can grab another EQ and start rolling off some of those lower frequencies that might clash with everything else. This next tip, adding backing vocals, is probably one of the most important tips ever. You can have a simple vocal that sounds like this. Every day I'm getting old, but without you, darling. And you can turn it with backing vocals into something that sounds like this. Every day I'm getting old, but without you, darling. Wish you love, wish you love, wish you love. Now, a great way to make backing vocals from one vocal sample is by finding a section that you like, dragging it down into a different track, and then adding a formant shifter to make it sound like a different voice. You can even find some really simple melodic vocal samples to help with your counter melodies. So that's the first 3 tips. Now, I highly recommend you watch the other remaining 2 because if you guys do all of these things to your music, it's going to make it 10 times better. It's all of the little subtle differences that make a big difference. So let's keep going. Alright, so this tip is pretty juicy, and this one is adding reversed reverb tails. Now, what this is good for is to help fill out the back like Foley, and you can use it on any instrument or any vocal. So firstly, what you want to do is create a new audio track. Then you want to find a section of your vocal you want to add some reverb to. Drag it down into your audio track and then grab a reverb, drag it on, and just increase the decay time to about 3 seconds. Then what we can do is we can right click and go freeze and flatten. Now you can see we have a reverb tail here. So if we delete our original sample, drag this across to the line, maybe trim the tail here. Then what we can do is bring another one across over to here and hit R to reverse it. So there we have a decent drum pattern, but I really want to emphasize it and make it feel a lot beefier. The best way that we can do this is by adding some reverse kicks and some reverse snares. Another thing that you can do to beef up your drums is to add some tom rolls. Now, if you really want to make your drums fill out and sound bigger, you can add things like white noise, shakers, crashes, tambourines, and rides. Remember to do the same thing with every one of your layers and remove all of these low frequencies to stop them clashing with your basses. I guarantee that if you do all of these things, your music's going to sound so much better. Trust me on this one. Go ahead, try it, leave it in the comments below if it works for you, and I will see you on the next video. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video, consider subscribing. If you have a question, leave it in the comments below. Or if you want a whole bunch of free stuff, you can visit my website at offthebeat.com.